Mrs. Festa's Math Lesson Summary, Unit 5, Arithmetic and Base 10. This is Lesson 3 and 4, which is adding and subtracting with zero and non-zero digits. So we're going to start with fill in the blanks, using vertical calculation to solve. So we first start by placing the 9. If you needed to, you can add a 0 up above that 9 as a placeholder. Since we're doing addition here, 8 plus 7 is 15. We're going to write down the 5 and carry the 1. Then we have 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. We're going to write down the 11, carry the 1 again. 2 plus 1 is 3. Notice all of our decimals stay lined up. This gives us 3 and 159 thousandths. Our next problem is subtraction. We have 9 minus, there is 0 there, so we can't subtract from the 0, so we have to borrow, and it is going to become a 10 there. So that 10 minus 9 is the 1. We had to borrow from the 3, so that actually became a 2 there. Borrowing from the 5 beside it made it a 12. The 2 minus the 2 is 0. So now we have, from borrowing from the 2 beside it, made that the 15. 15 minus 6 was 9. And then we had 2 minus, we had to borrow from the 2, so that had become the 1. 1 minus the 0 is the 1. So we ended up with 1 and 901 thousandths. Solve using vertical calculation or a diagram. Again, please make sure you're lining up your decimals and then filling in the other numbers. Notice that there are more numbers on the top than there are on the bottom. If you need to fill in a vertical placeholder beneath that too, you're more than welcome to do so to keep the numbers lined up for you. Again, with B, place your decimals first. Write the first number of 4 and 105 thousandths. Then fill in the decimal, fill in the other numbers below it. We do have a lot of borrowing with this numbers. You're ending up with 0 and 148 thousandths. Example 2, create your own addition or subtraction problem that has an answer of 2 and 406 thousandths. So there are many of these that you can do. Possibility for me was 10 and 296 thousandths minus 7 and 89 hundredths. Make up your own as long as it has the answer that was requested. Things to remember when adding or subtracting decimals with a vertical calculation, be sure to line up the decimal points so that like place values are together. Remember, you do have a decimal place value chart in your folder that is laminated that you can use to help you do this. We may unbundle 1 unit at a specific place value to create 10 units at the consecutive smaller place value, or bundle 10 units at a specific place value to create 1 unit at the consecutive larger place value. Placeholder zeros can be useful to simplify computing without changing a number's value.